Good morning. We've been back about 48 hours. I didn't even touch my camera yesterday. I've been busting out videos every day for the last 2 weeks. Just decided to take a break because I had a bunch of stuff I had to get caught up on anyhow. Um, but we're all settled in again. Got TV up, got all this stuff out here. Got in town yesterday. Finally got my hair cut. And what else? Oh, I had to get a new phone because while we were out traveling, the screen on my phone's been cracked for a couple years. But while we were out traveling, the screen was going black except for a little tiny band across the top of it. So I was worried I was going to lose the whole thing and not be able to recover whatever I had on the phone when I needed to. So I went and got a new phone yesterday. Big news. My lilies are opening up. Even bigger news. We're the proud parents of a dozen baby guppies. Little tiny ones. Barely see them running around in there. Shut the bubblers off and stare at it. You can see them, but there's at least a half a dozen, maybe a dozen of them running around in there. So that's exciting news. But I got up this morning, and of course, grass is out of control because we've been gone for a couple weeks. Spent 2 hours on the weed trimmer this morning. Decided I ain't gonna do that the rest of my life. I'm gonna start working on getting some of this grass cleared out of here and put some rock or something in. I don't know, do something because I spent 2 hours on the trimmer, and if you look back here, you can't even tell it. Of course, I did all that, did some there, all the way around the fence, inside and out around the front, all the way back around here, and I still got all this. We're getting ready to head to Cantalak. I need to get some fish food, look at lawnmowers. Yeah, the big L word. I got a short list of stuff I need. I need to grab a bag of fish food and some other supplies out of Global House. I was at Mark's house and doing that video, and he found a keypad lock for these sliding glass doors. He said Global House has them, so I'm going to go talk to them again. I talked to him about it before, and they said they didn't have anything, but he said he got his at Global House, so I don't know. I think they were thinking in here, because I was thinking replace this with a lock, but his is something completely independent of this. It's a box you mount up here, bolt it through here. It's got a latch mechanism on the back that latches into a box on the back side of here. So I'm going to see if I can get one of those. It's a fingerprint lock, so when we travel, we'll double lock everything, but when we're just running into town and back, we can just fingerprint it and not mess around with keys and stuff. And then we got to stop by Lotus and get some things, but yeah, we got a short list of stuff to do over there. I'm trying to get insurance lined up now, health insurance, because the policy I bought in the U.S. is about to expire next month. So I need to get another one lined up. So I've been working on that this morning. And what else? I don't know. There's a few things I'm working on. I can't even remember it all. It's another beautiful morning in paradise. I didn't make another video yesterday. I got that string trimmer out, weed whacker, whatever you want to call it, yesterday. Sompit had trimmed this up, so I took it up against the wall. She's got the metal blade on her, so she can't get close to concrete, so I cleared this out. Did this all the way down the rice road to the back of the pond. Then I come up and I did the inside the fence all the way here, all the way back, all the way around. I did all this in here. 2 hours later, I said, that's enough, man. I'm done. And I hadn't even done any of the yard yet, so I said, I'm done with this shit. I went and bought him a lawnmower yesterday. Got the new lawnmower unloaded, got it out of the box, put the handle on it. Sompit's asking me questions, how do you start it? How do you run it? Do this. So I started up, ran it, and started showing her how to work it. Got all this mowed here, all the way down the side, and you might be able to tell in the camera, I don't know, but we cut this one shorter than that one over there, just because this is a shorter grass. Not that it matters, but we'll probably end up doing something different with that. Cut it all one height, I don't know. I like this better than that. It's got a nice tighter feel to it, but she don't want to have to transplant that whole piece over there. So anyhow, we mowed all this, mowed all the way down the side, got in the backyard, got around the outside, and I had forgot to tighten the bolts on these. The handles started falling off. I lost some bolts. So I wasn't able to finish the back here or the side yard over there, the big side yard,
because I lost the freaking bolts. I finger tightened them and then started talking to her and forgot to finish it. The other thing I did as soon as I got back, put some more lily seeds in, get those things going. Want a little pot to put 5 of them in. Why am I going to do that? Because these lilies here are doing really well now. They look pretty good. They're growing. These 3 here have opened up since we got home 2 days ago. And there's another one coming right here. So we're going to put that other pot in there with 5 more plants and try to create a little lily jungle for the fish. Fish seem pretty happy. We had those babies. Mark was telling me my food's too big for the babies to eat, so I bought this pesto yesterday. Some pit calls it a poke. But anyhow, we're grinding up this food, very small food, but he said grind that up so the babies can eat it. I did that last night, and it was like a big old buffet in there. They were attacking it like crazy. I'm going to take a walk out back here a minute. So as you can see, we got this all mowed, but I told her we're going to have to do something different. She was throwing this stuff up here to mulch and decay and help keep plant. I don't know what the plan was, but I told her we're going to have to quit doing that because it's just killing the grass and I can't mow it now. But I got to get all this mowed after I get the handle fixed. That'll be my project for today. Get that mowed. So I've been shopping for health insurance online last couple of days. I got a insurance company out of Bangkok. I got the form to print out today. Get that filled out and get that sent in. So those are my 2 main projects today. Get the lawnmower fixed, get this finished, and then get that health insurance sent off. Once again, why are we out here? We got to do a banana update, right? Okay, so we have the 4 bananas, but when we showed up 2 days ago, we saw this thing poking up out of there. Now it's coming out. We're going to have another group of bananas. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 now. I think every group has bananas now except this one right here. But everything we planted last fall has bananas with the exception of this one. And I don't know, it might or might not because that's a little plant over there and it's got bananas. This one's twice that size. So I don't know what dictates when they get bananas, but if you get bananas on that, they'll all be covered except this one here. This is the one that quit growing for a while, if you remember, and I cut it off. So now these here can take off and hopefully get bananas on one of them. And the rest of them I think are too young because, like I said, Sumpit just planted those 2 like this spring. And these other ones. Listen to that. Just weather's been beautiful the last 2 days. I think it got up to like 87 yesterday and breezy, so it was work all day yesterday, even though I didn't. I had a bunch of work online I had to get done, admin type stuff. This gate roll is really easy now that I got the dirt off the track and got all the weeds out of it. It rolls pretty easy now. If you recall, I filled up the truck up there in Udantani on day 3 or 4 of our trip. I put in roughly 15 gallons for those in the U.S. of fuel. Drove it all the way back home, got home, there was still a quarter of a tank in it. So another 15 gallons of fuel. I used 30 gallons of fuel driving that, 20 hours or so that I drove. That 4-cylinder diesel is just phenomenal on fuel mileage. I just don't know why we don't use those in the U.S. I know everybody wants those big engines and everything to tow and stuff, but these little diesels, I mean, they've got some torque. They'll pull now. You can't pull a big 5th-wheel trailer or something with, but with a 6-cylinder diesel, small 6-cylinder diesel, you could easy. So yeah, we don't have a big project list today. Just get that lawnmower handle fixed, get this grass finished up, get that health insurance form filled out and mailed in, and that's my priorities for today. Another beautiful morning in Paradise. It's actually late morning. It's getting kind of warm out. But we got across the whole property with the mower. We got that handle fixed. Got across it last evening. Got it all mowed. It doesn't look real good. But I'm going to cut it again like in just a couple days because it was so tall over there. It was like 1.5 feet tall over there where the Paradise pooper was. So
really impressed with that mower. It's some off-brand Chinese thing that never heard of before. Mark had one. He said he liked it, so I went ahead and bought one of them. It cuts really well for a, I'm not going to say it's a cheap mower because it's an expensive one here, but I had a Honda back in the day, like probably 15 years ago. I paid $800 for a push mower for a Honda. I'm going to tell you, this thing mows almost as well as that Honda. About the only thing I can say would be different in them is the Honda has that aluminum deck, and this just has the metal deck. But as far as engine starting up, running smooth, good RPMs, plows through that deep grass like I couldn't believe it. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the mower. I think getting blades for it might be a trick because it's kind of got a special blade on it. I didn't realize that till after I had it home, but we'll figure it out. Sam Pitt's out at the farm right now visiting Mom. She gets back, we're going to head up to Sisaket. I'm going to try to get a thumbprint digital door lock for this slider over here. I was trying to get one before, but they couldn't get me one that would fit in this slot. Well, I seen Mark has one that bolts up here, through here with a latch mechanism that catches on a separate latch mechanism here, so it doesn't have anything to do with this. He said he got it at Global House. I went to Global House yesterday and tried to find one, and they have completely wiped out their inventory on digital locks. They don't even carry them anymore, or at least this one doesn't. So today we're going to run up Sisaket, see if we can find one at Tai Watsadu or King Watsadu or Home Do or one of them other ones that are up there. Hold on a second, let me sit down. So the other thing I got going on is these Insta360 cameras. I've got 3 of these things. I love these things. But I keep having problems with the SD cards in them. And I don't think it's the SD. I know it's not the SD cards because I've tried 6 different ones. Literally, when we got back, I ordered the one that the manufacturer has on their website that they recommend for these cameras because they did indicate they're a little sensitive. Ordered the exact one that they recommended, put it in here this morning, and same problems. It'll try starting up. Of course, it's a brand new SD card, so it'll try formatting. It'll get about 87% way through it, freeze up, sit there a while, and then it just shuts off. And now I can't even get the SD card, the brand new one I just bought. It won't even recognize it on my laptop to reformat it. Lots of times I'll start these up and it'll say no SD card installed, and there's an SD card and it's been running on it. The camera I'm recording on right now, just the last couple of weeks, has started while I'm recording, and I've been running this card for over a year, and this camera. While I'm recording, it'll all of a sudden just stop. It'll get a message, oh, SD card's not fast enough. Even though I've been recording on it for a week or days or whatever, but that's happened probably 10 times in the last week, and probably 5 of those times in the last 2 days. Really disappointed because I really like these cameras. They're just as good as a GoPro, if not better. They're about $100 cheaper, but I got on their website this morning to get some support. Well, they don't even support these anymore. You click on the link for support for this model, and it just goes to a web page not found, one of those white screens with a little not found text up in the corner. So they ain't even supporting the damn things anymore, which is disappointing because I just bought these less than a year ago. But they've got a new model out now, and I'm not going to go to them because, let's face it, I don't want to spend more money on them. I mean, I've got $1,000 in these cameras, and I got nothing right now except the one I'm recording on right now, and I'm afraid to take the SD card out or try anything for fear that it'll just disrupt the whole camera, and then I won't have one. With all that whining and bitching, moaning, and crying, I think I'm going to have to reluctantly go back to the GoPros. I don't want to because as those of you that have been around a while know, I've had problems with the GoPros. Those 2 GoPro 8s, both of them less than 6 months old, and they died on me. The first time I got more than 2 foot underwater, boom, it went out, got wet, fried it. The second one just quit. It just quit turning on and running. I never did figure out what was wrong with it. And I reloaded it as many times as I could, every which way. A couple of viewers sent me some links to reload it. I tried it. Couldn't get that thing to go. So I lost 2 GoPro 8s in a matter of about 6 month period. At about, well, like I said, they're $100, $150 a piece more than this. But they got the GoPro 12 out now. Looks like a really nice camera, but damn, it's another $1,000 to switch over. I've got all the accessories, the wires, the microphones, the adapters, everything for these cameras. And of course, when I left the GoPros behind, I literally left everything with it. I just threw away all the mountings and all that shit I had for it and all the brackets because I was so pissed off at GoPro. So now if I go to GoPro 8, I'm going to have to figure out what I can use from this, which the tripods and stuff are okay. I think I can get the microphone to work. So it's really going to be just the camera, but still I'm taking a risk again because I haven't had any luck with the GoPros. The overheating problem just has not been solved, and I don't understand that. I mean, you can run your phone for hours and hours. It doesn't overheat. Try running a camera for more than an hour and the thing just shuts off. Insta360s, GoPros, whatever. I think all the models do that just because I don't know what they're doing with the processors at them, but somehow they need to cool them off. Put them in a bag of water inside there or something. I don't know. So anyhow, I might have to change these out. Like I said, I can't even get this one to start up. I've got another one in there. They just get SD card errors. I had all three of them on this trip with us last week, and I limped back home with this one I'm using right now. One thing about the GoPros, everything for the GoPros is very easy to find. These Insta360s, half the stuff I got to order out of China because nobody's got them. And again, I love these cameras. I love them, but they just won't run these SD cards. So I'm getting a lot of feedback on the videos, and I expected this to happen, but a lot of people saying, oh, keep making videos, keep making videos. And I know it's just my pride getting in the way because, like I said before, the count starts dropping. Of course, I'm in my mind saying, okay, what am I doing wrong? Da, 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 da. And it just gets to me. It eats me, man. Again, it's not important, but it just makes feelings in me feel like I'm failing. So with that, I'm just going to bite my tongue for a minute and just keep making videos. If it doesn't turn around in a couple months, then we'll just reevaluate it then. So anyhow, I'm going to sit around here, wait for Sound Pit. If she gets here, we're going to head to Sisket and find a door lock for that. I'll show it to you when we get back.